What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning into this live stream segment of Mikasa Sukasa. We have some breaking news, but before we go ahead and get into that, I'm gonna share this. Make sure you share this too, because honestly, this is crazy. This is crazy, and it's crazy for a lot of reasons. But we actually predicted that this was gonna happen last night. So make sure you share this. Make sure you like this video. Because Lord, baby Jesus. Lord, baby Jesus. Okay. Gotta make sure we share this shit. Quick. Look, y'all. I told y'all that Trump was considering vetoing the NDAA because of Section 230, and that he was also planning on. The reason that he wanted to do that is because this bill that got voted on last night, which I literally just reported on, nobody else reported it yet. We were the first ones to report it. I literally told everybody that was an appropriations bill meant to fund the military-industrial complex. Now, I also said that Trump seemed to be aimed at not only vetoing the NDAA because of the Section 230, which is protecting the tech industry, but also because, well, this isn't what he actually agreed to, and this just got wrote up. Like I said, it was wrote up by some CEO, big tech, military-industrial complex ghostwriters, and it was clearly obvious that this was the case. And now Trump just took to Fox News and whatever. He posted the video on Twitter, and I can't believe what I just watched. I really can't. We're gonna check that video out real quick, and we gonna make sure I'm not crazy. I gotta make sure I'm not crazy, because what I just heard, I was not expecting.
All time for debate has expired. Pursuant to House Resolution 911, the previous question is ordered on the motion. The question is on adoption of the motion. Those in favor say aye.
Started negotiations on a new package to get urgently needed help to the American people. It's taken forever. However, the bill they are now planning to send back to my desk is much different than anticipated. It really is a disgrace. For example, among the more than 5,000 pages in this bill, which nobody in Congress has read because of its length and complexity, it's called the COVID Relief Bill, but it has almost nothing to do with COVID. This bill contains $85.5 million for assistance to Cambodia, $134 million to Burma, $1.3 billion for Egypt and the Egyptian military, which will go out and buy almost exclusively Russian military equipment, $25 million for democracy and gender programs in Pakistan, $505 million to Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama, $40 million for the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., which is not even open for business, $1 billion for the Smithsonian, and an additional $154 million for the National Gallery of Art. Likewise, these facilities are essentially not open. $7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico, a provision to promote the breeding of fish in federal hatcheries, $3 million in poultry production technology, $2 million to research the impact of down trees, $566 million for construction projects at the FBI. The bill also allows stimulus checks for the family members of illegal aliens, allowing them to get up to $1,800 each. This is far more than the Americans are given. Despite all of this wasteful spending and much more, the $900 billion package provides hardworking taxpayers with only $600 each in relief payments. And not enough money is given to small businesses, and in particular restaurants, whose owners have suffered so grievously. They were only given a deduction for others to use in business their restaurant for 2 years. This 2-year period must be withdrawn, which will allow the owners to obtain financing and get their restaurants back in condition. Congress can terminate it at a much later date, but 2 years is not acceptable. It's not enough. Congress found plenty of money for foreign countries, lobbyists, and special interests, while sending the bare minimum to the American people who need it. It wasn't their fault. It was China's fault, not their fault. I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation and to send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me, and we will get it done. Thank you very much.
Yo, so let's go ahead and get the obvious out of the way. The dog whistles for undocumented immigrants and all that good stuff. Like, obviously that's Trump being Trump. I don't think we expect him to change much regarding that issue. But what just happened, y'all? What just happened? This man just went through and exposed the military-industrial complex, exposed how corporations were getting paid, talked about how small businesses are really the ones getting screwed the most, and said, not only do I want to have $2,000 per couple if you're married, but also I want y'all to take all this extra shit out, all of it. Listen, y'all. Trump just outflanked the Democrats from the left, and I don't really give a damn what you say because it's true. It's true. There were only 2 Democrats. For context, it needs to be understood. Y'all know 2 Democrats voted against this. So AOC, Nancy Pelosi, and even Bernie gaslighted like it was all Mitch McConnell. I could have told you from the beginning it wasn't all Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell ain't want to give us nothing. First of all, let's be real. It's Mitch McConnell. The 600 was probably and most likely initially Nancy's original idea, but she had to make it look like it was a Republican's idea for there to look like there was a compromise. But we already know this is Nancy Pelosi. She don't make compromises. She just makes up lies and pretends as if she compromised. But she always gives up early. But she just wanted to make it look like she was fighting for something. Now, more Republicans voted against this legislation, even though it was all Mitch McConnell. And yet, Democrats I think 100% of them voted in the Senate. You know, every one of them except for Tulsi Gabbard and Rashida Tlaib voted for this in the House. And only Rashida Tlaib and Tulsi Gabbard, who voted against this as Democrats, also said we need more, and we're not about to vote for you. Not only giving Americans crumbs, but as Tulsi Gabbard put it, putting money in the pockets of corporations and the military-industrial complex. Like I was saying, and like Trump accurately described, this was never a COVID bill. You were given $600 so you would shut the hell up, not recognizing the fact that this was an NDAA, for the most part, an NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, appropriations bill that would have so much horrible things in it, so many horrible things in it that you would never, you wouldn't care if you were getting $600, hopefully. They even, think about this, bro. The mainstream media ran with that narrative. They ran with it. Think about that. COVID relief bill. And Amash was the one who first came out and said, I don't know how we agreed on something I didn't read. Okay. So how did Bernie Sanders vote on something that didn't get read yet? How did you agree to that? So you didn't know what this was? So what's even worse is if y'all knew it was an appropriations bill and you didn't say anything about it, you knew what was going to be included, at least the type of things that were going to be included, and you didn't say anything about it on purpose because, well, you didn't want this to happen. Because it may not have been Trump. It may have been another actual progressive. Well, it seems to be like 2 left in Congress, but that's neither here nor there. It might have been somebody who isn't as much of a divisive figure to start ringing the alarm on it. And it only takes a couple of people before the entire world starts paying attention. And that's why you didn't want to tell. The Democrats tied progressives' hands behind their back. If this bill gets vetoed, by the way, if this bill specifically gets vetoed, the government shuts down because it's an appropriations bill. Literally, Trump is saying, fine, y'all get, it's either y'all pay them the $2,000 and take this BS out, or we're shutting it down. That's basically what he just told them. Now y'all paychecks get to take a couple weeks off. That's crazy, bro. And I would say I didn't expect it, but I literally tweeted out yesterday. Yesterday, I said, man, it's going to be funny whenever Trump outflanks the Democrats from the left and offers more money because this is just the theme of 2020. What does he do? Wakes up the next day, outflanks the Democrats from the left by offering them more money because this is the theme of 2020. If you had to take a wild guess, would you have thought at the beginning of January 2020 that AOC would accept all military industrial complex financial appropriations and breadcrumbs for you in the middle of a pandemic? And Trump would say, to hell with all that, give them $2,000 now. And I think that it has to be made perfectly clear, this isn't new. This is not actually new for Trump. People forget Trump tweeted out very specifically, because everybody say, I know some people say, well, you should have did this before the election. No, they're like, yeah, Trump has Trump problems. But in this regard, they were lying about him. He straight up told Nancy Pelosi, bro, send me a $1,200 stimulus. And this was 2 months ago, so now he's upped it. But he said, send me a bill with just $1,200 for every American. That's it. I'll sign it right now. Right now. No one challenged him. No one challenged her. No one told Nancy, what are you doing? Go, because it's not about us. Once again, the people who voted for this legislation did not do it for us. It's about their corporate donors. It's about their brands. It's about their ambition. It's about being a Republican. It's about being a Democrat. It's about not pushing back. It's about uplifting the system. And they tried to screw y'all in the dark. And it took Donald goddamn Trump to ask for more. And people wonder why I don't believe in political parties. You know why Trump did this? Because Trump, for the most part, with some obvious exclusions, he listens to his base. He's like, I'll placate you. I don't care. We got all the money in the world anyway. He realized, you know what? I might as well go scorch earth. How many times have we said that? If you're going to go out like a damn boss. Bernie. Instead of taking everybody's money and then bending over and showing your tail. $2,000 plus the unemployment. $2,000 plus the unemployment, which he already did an executive order for before. That's what was crazy. People keep saying, why did he do this before? He tried to do all of this already. Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell kept blocking him. They were working in tandem, because if Trump does this and it gets enough traction, then you might not be willing to sacrifice all of your integrity and vote for Joe Biden. I'm not saying you would vote for Trump. Y'all know I voted for Gloria LaRiva. I support independence. I support actually fighting for legitimate elections, so we never have to get to the point where we have a Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. But at the same time, I'm sure a lot of people right now are taking a step back, reevaluating the entire situation. Like, hold up, did I actually vote for the lesser of two evils? Like I thought? Like I was lied to? Like I was told? Because everybody was so convinced Biden was the lesser of two. I kept saying, I don't think so. If you start going by policy for policy for policy for policy, that was never the case. That was never the case. I kept telling people, it's not that Trump is great. It's just that y'all really don't understand how Biden is so bad. He is the very type of politician that led to us having Trump to begin with. Period, point blank. Seeking freedom. Nancy's already taking credit and praising Trump. The deflecting starts. What? Oh my God, bruh. How is Nancy Pelosi taking credit? Nancy was like, actually 600 is really good for Americans, for working class people. This is what Nancy Pelosi said. Republicans repeatedly refused to say what amount the president wanted for direct checks. That is a lie. Trump said it. Trump was fluctuating anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000. Before the election was $1,200, but obviously we're December now, so there needs to be a little bit more than that. Trump was the one who extended unemployment through authorization, through his executive order, while the Democrats were clearly writing this piece of shit. That's what they were busy doing. And they even attacked Trump for doing it. Nancy Pelosi, oh, bro, evil people, bro. At last, the president has agreed to 2,000. Oh, my God. Democrats are ready to bring this to the floor this week by unanimous consent. Wow. Hold up. Oh, my God, y'all. Let me take a goddamn step back real quick. Bro, did Trump just get us $2,000 checks, y'all? Oh my God. We can't even get AOC to fight for Medicare for all, but Donald Trump about to get everybody $2,000 checks. What the fuck is going on in 2020, bruh? What is going on in 2020? Oh my God, this motherfucker just got everybody $2,000 checks. By just fighting back, bro. By fighting back. That's it. That's all it took, bro. Are you kidding me? We can't even get Bernie and AOC and Ilhan Omar to challenge Nancy Pelosi to bring Medicare for all to a floor vote. And she's like, oh, yeah, we can. The president finally agreed to $2,000. Well, yeah, he never said he disagreed with that. He actually never said that. You know what? This is a really good idea. We'll take it to the floor now. Oh, we'll take it to the floor now. That since it's all good now. Unanimous consent. I'm telling you right now that if Nancy Pelosi says that, then she means it. That's how unpopular this bill is. Now, once again, imagine how popular Medicare for all is if she would do force the vote. If AOC would fight for this vote, if Bernie would fight for this vote, if Ilhan and the squad would fight for this vote. And I said what, a couple of days ago, I said, it's not that the Democrats and Republicans would vote against Medicare for all in the middle of a pandemic if it went to the floor. It's that they know for a fact they'll have to vote for it. And their lobbyists will be pissed. And the progressives look like they won. And independent journalism looks like it won. And the indie community looks like it has more influence than Democratic insiders ever could. It would set off a ripple effect after ripple effect after ripple effect. And that's why people at AOC and others don't want to fight for it. Because they're worried that the hammer will come down on them by the establishment. And that now, instead of you pursuing your ambition, you gotta have to listen to the independent journalism community or the independent activism community, organizer community, because they clearly know how to do your job better than you do. That's what Trump just proved. We're about, bruh. That's crazy. That's crazy. We can't even get AOC to fight for the issues that she supposedly ran on that we all support. But we got Trump fighting for the issue that the left support. We were calling for $2,000 checks forever ago. And he never said no, by the way. I got to make sure we're clear about that. He never said no. He was never the one to say no. And people keep lying and pretend like I'm going to keep it a band with you. Trump's problems is, why were you uplifting this pharmaceutical industry during this whole thing rather than exploring all the options available? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. That's his problem. He was too establishment on the way he went about his business. But as far as making sure, because you got to remember, this is an economic guy. Like if I do nothing right, I got to do the economy right. Even if it's on paper, even on paper it looks bad. So I got to make sure that some things are taken care of and people have money to spend. So he wasn't stupid. He understood that. And once again, we had to have Donald Trump outflank the Democrats from the left first to get something done. To the point where he is so right on the issue that Nancy Pelosi says, I have to agree with the president. Good God Almighty. And y'all, is Biden really the lesser of two evils? I said before the election, Biden ain't gonna say a damn thing about stimulus checks after he wins. Y'all know that, right? And Biden didn't say a damn thing about stimulus checks after he won. Hey, JT, he knows he's leaving the White House, so he might as well thought F it. As well, as they say, a broken clock is correct twice a day. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. But people don't want to, unless that clock is crushed. That's basically what y'all getting with Biden. It ain't never going to be right. Man, this is crazy. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment below. But don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And always remember, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace. If you like that segment of Mikasa Sukasa, don't forget to like the video and smash that subscribe button. Want access to members only live streams, behind the scenes footage, and other premium content? Well, you can endorse us on Rockman Premium, become a patron through Patreon, or you can sign up for the MCSC Premium membership through YouTube. All the links are in the description below. But hey, more than anything else, always remember,
find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Always remember, more than anything else, find your balance.
peace.